What's good, y'all? Welcome to episode 3 of the Straight Gassin podcast. My name is AJ. We got Michael June here, MJ, and who was our special guest today? You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name's John. That's it. That's
what's good, John?
full name.
Happy Friday, bro.
Happy Friday.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Oh, yep. Happy New Year.
Happy 2020.
So you guys just want to start off, I guess, with MJ. Any resolutions you guys got?
Oh, dude, you know what? My entire life, I really haven't been a big New Year's resolution guy. I was always that guy growing up who's just like, well, if you really wanted to make that change in your life, you would have done it when you thought of it, not wait till the new year. But actually this year, thank you for asking, by the way, I actually am applying a New Year's resolution. So I hope my parents will never watch this episode, but for the past 5 years, maybe 4 or 5 years, I was a smoker. So not like weed or anything, but like nicotine. So that includes like vapes and all those other things in that realm, I guess. So I haven't smoked since the new year. I mean, of course, you can already imagine. Oh, thank you.
Stoner music. I'm a stoner. I'm a stoner.
Yeah.
I'm a stoner.
So yeah, I mean, it's really hard. It's not easy, but I do feel a noticeable difference. I have, for the past maybe 3 or 4 years, I have not been able to dream. But for some reason, ever since I stopped smoking and intaking nicotine into my body, I am having deep sleeps and I'm dreaming.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird?
There you go.
But I guess it's a habit that you should break, right? It's a great habit to break.
Yeah, it is a great habit. And for anybody listening onto Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I am holding a Habit Burger cup because AJ and I just had lunch.
Shouts out.
I just want to let everyone know the Habit Burger, I ordered a chicken sandwich, due to my legal team saying that I can't speak on anything that's not In-N-Out related or burger related, in relation to one another. So just want to let people know that if you're listening, we ate at the Habit Burger and I had a chicken sandwich. Okay, so let's get that straight.
That's all it was.
Yeah, that's it. There's no physical evidence or tangible proof of me eating a burger.
That's true. Okay, so today it's just words.
Just words, bro.
Word salad?
That's it.
Yeah, is that what you're having?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we finna do.
Ooh.
How about you, John? Any New Year's resolutions? Even though every day is a new year for us, because we could start our goals the next day or today or now. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't really have any New Year's resolutions. I did start kind of working out more casually, not like super hardcore the past year. So I'm going to try to keep that going into 2020. Know what I'm saying? That's kind of
party, home.
Hey. That's kind of it. Nothing else too crazy. I guess I didn't have any vices except for drinking and stuff, but that's under control. I'm way on top of that stuff.
Yeah, that's why you got a cracked Belgian white sitting in front of you too.
Hey.
Just regular old beer, non-marked beer,
Oh yeah.
and his habit drink. There you go.
They call this the ginger peach drink at Habit Burger.
Actually, this one is the lime. I don't know what this is. Lime,
It's the cherry limeade.
cherry limeade. That's pretty bomb.
What about you, AJ? Since you brought up the question, I want to hear your New Year resolutions.
Yeah, man. So I feel like you got to have 3. So one that makes you money, one that's just a hobby, and then one that, keeps you healthy. So my first one is I want to get a promotion at my day job. So that one, is the career makes you money goal. And then the second one is DJing wise, like I'm going to DJ schools or I'm applying to some. I have one starting next week. Shout out School of Martial Arts and Hip Hop. We gonna get it. And then I want to complete that and hopefully spin at some clubs here in the Bay Area and Los Angeles area. So that's kind of my goal, is to spin at least 2 or 3 clubs. I have something lined up next Thursday, but we really want to do more clubs instead of mobile gigs because it's a little lonely. So that's my second goal, DJ more at clubs and things like that. That's the passion hobby goal. And then my fitness goal and health goal is 5 to 10% body fat. So those are my 3 goals.
I mentioned you said hip hop and martial arts and hip hop school.
Yep.
Is that like a Wu-Tang Clan school?
Or just like dancing.
No, that's literally what it sounds like.
Nah, so
Yeah.
it's basically like during the day, I think it's like a martial arts studio, like a
Oh.
karate studio. And then they do have like some like turntable classes or DJ classes at night for children and adults.
Oh, okay. So it's not a crossover.
No, it's not like we'd be like we were like sparring and then going on the turntables and shit.
They're real serious about that, man. You know, just
You have to like do a kick into the turntable to scratch it.
Karate.
they're really
That'd be hella
challenging.
funny. That's what it sounds like. I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of wild to think about.
Yep. So we just came from. If you're on YouTube right now and you see this little box in front of us, we just came from Psycho Donuts. We're not sponsored by them or anything, but I kind of want AJ to share his side of the story on our experience there.
Yeah, so we're in Psycho Donuts in an undisclosed area. You could do the research. There's only 2 locations in the Bay Area, or one in the Bay Area and then one elsewhere. Figure that out yourself. Anyways, we went. My MJ and I went to Psycho Donuts, and it was super quiet. Like there's no one behind the counter. And then we go there all of a sudden, and then the cashier comes, and then she's just like looking at us, and we're like, "Oh, sick! Like, what's good?" And then we're already like in a food coma, and then we're like, "Oh, could you order like half a dozen, or is it cheaper if you order like a dozen?" And she's just like, "Well, if you order individually, then it's gonna be the price of like the donuts you order individually, and then if you order like a dozen, then it's the price like $20 or something." And if you order 6, then it's like still the same amount of you ordering just 6 you want. So we're like,
Sounds like a big
what do
help.
you suggest? She's like, she didn't really say anything. And we're just like, all right, well, we'll just order then.
Yeah.
And then I try to make a joke about like, dude, it says extreme on it. And she's like, oh, you can only buy those individually if they're extreme, which was like 18 of the 20 that were there. And then I try to make a joke to MJ, like, damn, they got the extreme logo. Like, you remember like extreme Doritos? Like, that's clean right there. And then she just looks at us. And then she's like, just hella silent. And then we're like, so which ones do you suggest? And then she sent us the cereal one. So that's the one you probably see in frame. I don't really like that one that much. And then we check out, like we order, we're like, oh, we want the s'mores, we want the Oreo, we want the jelly one, and we want the cereal one. And then we're about to check out, so I pay, put in my card and everything. And then as she's finished wrapping it up and everything, she was super quiet this whole time. And then as she gives us the box, she's like, oh, wait, do you want me to put tape on the box so it doesn't open? I was like, come on, bro.
Did you say yes? Did you say yes?
So yeah, so basically so yeah, like you were saying, she was quiet the whole time, right, John? And basically super timid. And it's like whatever, you know, if you're not an extrovert or whatever, that's fine. I totally get it. But at the end of our transaction, the way she actually said it was, "Do you want me to tape it up so it doesn't fly out and shit?" So
I don't know if it was like that.
so she didn't sound like a goblin, but
Okay, you're a goomba, what's a goomba to a goblin?
but she literally said,
Lil Wayne was ringing us.
It's easy, baby.
yes, baby. But no, she did say shit, and I was just like, oh, that was a little aggressive.
And then her like coworker came in halfway through, and they like nodded and said some shit. She like wanted to go back and like use her phone or something.
Yeah.
We're just trying to order some donuts, man. But she seemed kind of psycho.
Oh yeah. Well, they're probably just gonna go in the back and watch football highlights. You know, every weekend, the days before a playoff game, they like to do the best playoff games in history and things like that. So they wanted to go see the Mike Ditka highlights.
When play Hayden goes wrong, when donut serving goes wrong.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to call her psycho. I'm just saying it because it's Psycho Donuts. And then they wear like scrubs in there. I think she was wearing scrubs, like a nurse uniform.
Yeah. Do you think that's a uniform, or she just wears scrubs?
Or what if she's a nurse part time?
just
And
happens
Psycho
to work at
Donuts
Psycho
worker
Donuts.
part time.
Oh dang! Talk about crossover.
She just puts on a little name tag. She switches the name tag and that's it.
Yeah. So what do you think is a more crazy crossover then? So a donut serving nurse or martial arts hip hop?
Are we talking like just like
Just in
straight up
general,
crazy or
what do you
straight
think
up,
is just
psycho?
wild?
Maybe the nurse at the
Yeah.
start just because like you could throw like blood on stuff.
Because I feel like studio spaces have a lot more, availability on the off times. Yeah. I'm excited for that school, though. I'm not going to try to do karate and stuff.
When do you
but
start? When is, like,
I start
first
next
class?
week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
In the Bay Area?
in the Bay Area in South City. So we're gonna hit that up.
Is it like a beginner class and then you kind of move up, or you just like a
It's a vinyl only class, so no laptops or anything. We're just gonna be using straight vinyl, literally ones and twos and a mixer.
Yeah. Oh, that is so dope.
Yeah, so it's taking it back to basics because I already like know some of the basics as far as mixing and scratching, but I really want to treat this class as if I don't know how to DJ at all and like go into it with an open mind and stay locked in and focused, you know.
That's pretty cool, man.
Locked in and focused and sharp like MJ's cut. You got to show the camera, bro. Come on.
It's like, turn your head, bro. Yeah. There you go. So you got to shout out your barber and stuff.
I don't know. I want to shout out my barber, but it's just we have way too many barber friends, and you know what I mean.
I know hella barbers, bro.
Like, hey, yo, why you shout him out, but not me, bro? Like, dude, I've been giving you cuts for like 15 years.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I feel like barbers in the Bay Area is like our universe's version of Pokemon trainers or something. It's like, dude, you cannot like. You got to have your gym badge and stuff like that.
Damn.
But
that's pretty serious.
Yeah, but speaking of your DJ school, AJ, are you so do you start off at like as a white belt and then like when you graduate you get like a black belt?
That'd be sick. And then you have to like break wood or break vinyls, like break records and punch it and shit. Yeah. I'm gonna ask them.
Have you seen them? Have you guys seen the videos of? I think it's like the judo ones where like they're jumping up hella high in the air, spinning, and then they kick that board.
Dude, that's wild.
I've seen those. They go hella high.
Dude, that's freaking scary.
You think I should go to my first class in a gi?
They're probably gonna kick you out. They'll be like, bro, why are you messing around?
No shoes, just like in a gi, bro.
Your first one, they're gonna kick you out.
Yeah, you gotta wear the wooden slippers with the two little planks.
The slits. I look like freaking Ryu from Street Fighter, bro.
Exactly.
Come on. Nah, but I'm really excited though. I'm gonna treat it very serious, and
that's why we have John here. Let's start talking about John because I haven't seen you in years, man. I know you're close to AJ.
Yeah.
So what's your version of the story on how you know me and AJ, how you met us?
My version, we met through high school. I think I
think I met John through PJ. But go ahead.
Yeah, we met through high school, at least before I remember AJ, and we for sure hung out during like at MP. I started hanging out with AJ after high school, actually, through PJ, Nav, aka Nasty Nav, aka.
I've met John in high school though. Yeah, just like randomly like saying what's up with Jose and all them.
Mm-hmm. And then I started hanging out with him, and then I think we hung out a bit, like through Matt and all them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I think of you and every memory I've had of you back in high school, I always have a vision in my head of you wearing like a zip hoodie.
Yeah,
and it's so and it's crazy because you walked in with the zip hoodie. I'm like, dude,
I gotta change it up now. I'm gonna start wearing like cardigans and stuff. And
Mr. Rogers,
like pull down sweaters.
Welcome to John's neighborhood.
What is your story of meeting MJ?
I don't remember like one specific one we met because we were at MP most of the time. You'd always hang out with like AJ and them, right? I'm trying to think of like one specific story that I could tell for this, but it's just gonna come out like, oh, there's bits and pieces. I remember MJ, and we were hanging out a bunch of times. We had fun. We drank sometimes, and then we went to prom, and not together, we just like met up at prom.
Together.
We went to prom together. That'd be pretty tight. Yeah. I think you'd be a great date, John.
I mean, thanks.
Come on.
Gender's a stereotype. What is it? It's a construct. So
2020, new decade.
Exactly. Oh man, you know what? I don't ever remember us hanging out in high school.
It was like parties and stuff, and we say what's up, and we were cool, but it was never like let's go fucking, I don't know, let's go smoke hookah or something, because that's what we did when we were 18, 19. We didn't have alcohol. We're like, let's go smoke hookah.
Oh yeah, like Tangerine.
Yeah, like Tangerine. Shout out Sim. Shout out PJ.
Oh yeah, I only remember that now.
They still do that, bro. They're like, hey, you want to go? It's like, I don't even hookah. I'll just sit there for an hour, dude.
Yeah, we just vape now in 2020.
Freaking young thug over here, pat the hookah.
Hey, pat me the hookah.
Pat the hookah.
Pat me the hookah.
That sounds ridiculous. But yeah, I don't remember like one like strong memory. It's like a bunch of them, like us like just hanging out and stuff. But yeah, sorry to let listeners.
So what is your craziest high school drinking story then, John? Hopefully no one's listening to this that you're related to.
All right, yeah.
Sorry, Jasmine.
We're gonna cut this part, and it's gonna go to commercial break for a second. No, I'm joking. Craziest.
I know one that's involving a Four Loko, and PJ going to piano class.
All right, yeah. Well, I'll give I'll give one of the crazy ones. So back in high school, we did a bit of the underage drinking, but you know, we kept it at like wine coolers and like Four Locos and stuff.
MD 2020 or what?
MD 2020.
2020, bro.
So we tried to go during lunch break, and our lunch break was half hour. So it would either be between them pressuring me to drive to go to McDonald's or pressuring me to go drive to like the liquor store and stuff, and we'd like.
First and foremost, how did you guys even obtain this liquor?
Well,
said liquor.
I'd like to keep it under wraps, but we had like, you know, a secret handshake we do with like one of the cashiers there.
Seriously?
After we do that, we'd get the alcohol and then we'd come back. We'd usually drink it in the car. Then we go to, you know, class. And then one of these times we got Four Locos. We parked the car and like we hear the bell ring and it's like, oh, well, damn, we gotta hurry up now. So like we pounded most of the like a can of Four Loko each, most of it, not the whole thing. We were only 18. No joke. So we'd pound most of it. We're getting out. Like, we're getting out my friend's car. We're about to go walk to class. And, like, as we're getting out, my friend Josh is, like, putting on his backpack. And as he goes, like, he throws up. He keeps on walking, like, in one just, like, big move. He throws on his backpack and just throws up. And he keeps walking. And as I'm walking, I'm like, yo, bro, did you just throw up? He's like, yeah, we're going to keep going, though. And, like, it was just, like, a stream of red, like, Kool-Aid that came out his mouth. And then we keep on walking. And then I go to class and stuff. And, like, I would always show up late to my history class. And it was always thanks to PJ and stuff for them peer pressuring me. So I showed up late. And I walked in and stuff. And he's like, John, 5 points. And I'm just like.
How do you guys not smell like alcohol when you go to class? No one ever... Like, or they probably were like, yeah, they're drinking.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we were far enough from the teachers that didn't smell it on us. But like
people next to you.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, they probably smelled it on me. But what are they gonna say? We were all underage, I think.
Yeah, no, that's kind of true because I remember I forgot whose class it was, but I was super baked, and then like I brought to school from my house the gallon of Sunny Delight, and then I was crushing that shit the entire class.
Like in class, you just pulled up and put
yeah,
it down.
no, I had the gallon one. You know, the one that looks like it looks exactly like a Tide bottle.
Yeah, damn, you were drinking detergent.
I was like, I was literally like that.
Before the Tide Pods were in, you freaking brought the whole bottle.
In your head, were you like, this just tastes so good, or you're like, I'm just so thirsty, I want to fucking drink this whole thing?
Yeah, dude, Sunny D, man. I feel like, dude, when you smoke weed and you're in high school, that is your pinnacle of munchies, for real.
Sunny D.
It's a gallon of Sunny D.
Yeah, but do you ever notice when you drink Sunny D though, the aftertaste it's kind of chalky? Like if you rub your teeth together,
it just makes a little squeaky noise.
Yeah, it literally goes.
I think the most disrespectful thing I did is I had a handshake with everyone in like my chemistry class, and I came like 15 minutes late, and I started just high-fiving, doing my routine with them, and the sub got mad. It was like a sub at the time, and he was just like, "You're gonna come early and shake everyone's hand?" I was just like, "Yeah, bro, it's like a routine." And I just sat down. I was like, he was hella mad just because I was shaking their hands.
Were you holding up class the whole time you guys are doing your...
Nah, I came in, I just pulled up, just shaking hands, and he got mad.
I think he was he was waiting for you to do it like after class, you know, like after a game and stuff. You guys do the whole thing. But if you walk in class and you start doing it, it's like, oh man, this guy's just gonna take up my whole time. Like,
no, I wasn't interrupting class. I just pulled up and started high fiving folks. It's not like I was just like walking. Hey man, I see my homie just walk into the class and high five him.
I think he was expecting you to walk from like one end of the class to the other. And he's just
I was late though, so I don't know if you just felt disrespected by the authority, but yeah, man.
Yeah, that was pretty hard diss, man. I don't know. If you came into my class late and you're just like doing like you're doing like a dance.
We're not like dancing and shit. It's just like, like we're not doing some like dance through Kava Modern and shit, Jabberwockies. I didn't pull out no mask, bro. I'm just doing some crazy shit.
You do the little hand finger thing. Oh man, what did you do any extracurriculars activities other than so said drinking, John, in high school?
In high school, we did, what was the...
Is this college? You sure? Sure this wasn't college,
whatever, bro? The Spanish Latino dance thing, and then
LSU, Louisiana State University.
Oh, LSU football was good.
Back in the day.
Let's go.
I did that. I tried to do football for a little bit, but I was doing like some AP classes and I couldn't do both at the same time.
What AP classes were you doing?
I did English and I did Spanish.
Did you have any bust down AP classes? Audemars Piguet? That means a watch, a fancy watch.
Probably just English. I mean, they're both like kind of difficult, but it's just like the amount of work they give you. Yeah.
You know, in hindsight, man, AP classes are not worth it. I feel like growing up, especially, I think all of our parents here are immigrants, or maybe at least first generation. Yeah,
first
Yeah, we're
generation.
probably first generation.
Yeah. So then our generation, where we're growing up as, you know, one of the first generations of being American, we're kind of raised on this society or fantasy where it's kind of like you got to do your best in school, you got to try to be honors and everything, and then you got to go to college, and then you're going to be successful. And now that we're older and we kind of learn about this, we're like, dude, I did not need to do any AP classes.
Yeah.
$80 test.
Yeah, it
Are
was,
you kidding me?
Yeah, maybe just for like the GE, but not like if you went straight to like 4 year, you're like, oh well, these credits aren't transferable, blah blah type of thing.
Damn. Yeah, everyone took that serious. I didn't even take the SATs or ACTs.
Damn,
I didn't take
bro.
any AP classes.
Damn, really?
It was just chill. Yeah. Well, I already knew what I wanted to do. So
Yeah, I think that's what I would personally do for like my future kids is not to teach them what is success, but to kind of like teach them having a sense of clarity and understanding what you really want and goals. Because the thing is, I feel like a lot of people, maybe even including myself, where I chose something that I thought was going to be my goal,
Yeah.
my long-term goal, but only because it made someone like my parents happy or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, I want to go into business, and whatever, business administration. And I thought that was my goal, but at the end of the day, I thought that is the answer that made my parents happy and they were able to accept. So I don't know, what was your goal leaving high school versus what it is now?
Leaving high school versus what it is now.
finish a Ford Loco.
finish 2 Four Locos. That was my goal.
2 Four Locos.
2 Four Locos. No,
That's 8, bro.
yeah, I
8
think-
Loco.
to kind of
4 times
relate
2.
eight loco. When I had to relate it back to like what you're saying, I think we were kind of like all like sold on that like dream of education. Like, you know, you go to school, you go to 4 year, whatever it might be, you get your degree, then you'll be successful. But like as most of us millennials and all that like are learning, it's like that's not usually how it goes. Even if you get like a degree, like they'll raise the bar higher and stuff.
You're not guaranteed a job.
Yeah,
but
you're not guaranteed a job, and if you are guaranteed a job, it's not like a great paying job. Like that's just kind of like how it went. But relating to back to like what my goals were like from high school as to now, I guess after high school was like just go to college and like finish as fast as I can, and then after going to like community college for a bit and like seeing I guess like friends going to 4 years and stuff and then not finding jobs and me like kind of like slowing down, I was like, well, what should I really do? And I don't know, I guess I find a little corner of like not really having to have like a college education to like be successful at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Because I feel like, you know, like what MJ said, you really got to be true to self because everyone's image of what success is differs. And you have to make yourself happy first and really figure out, like you said, for your future kids, like discuss with them what is their definition of success and help guide them in a way where they have the steps to be, not only have clarity in their steps to success, but what really define what is their vision of success. Like, what do you guys think your definition for yourself of success is?
Well, I don't know about monetarily, but being able to.
I mean, it can
survive.
include monetary because
Yeah.
that's money is freedom, right? Like time and things like that.
It sucks to have to like attach a number to it, but just like being able to support yourself and say like, you know, your family if you wanted a family later on.
Yeah. I think I would say my definition of success, that was your question?
Yeah, man.
So my definition of success, I don't know if you remember, when we went out a few months ago, AJ, with your coworker.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Yeah, so we when we went out with your coworker and stuff, and we were a little bit faded. We drink White Claws. I didn't even know you could buy White Claws.
We were
White
in
girl
downtown San Jose, like walking, drinking White Claws.
Yeah. And then we
Yeah.
got pretty faded. And then like your coworker, he was pretty drunk, and he asked me, he was like, MJ, what do you want in life? What is your definition of success? He literally asked me that.
That's
so
a
I
pretty
have
deep question for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
We
then
were waiting in line at Nomakai.
You were just like, I just want to buy my baby mom that new Bentayga.
But no, so this is exactly what I told him. I was a little bit faded too, but I
A
said,
little bit.
yeah, I was pretty okay. All right, let me answer the question. Okay. I was like, my definition of success, my goals is I'm essentially living for my funeral. You know, like I would say that is probably my biggest insecurity. Is imagine feeling like you are loved by so many people, and imagine if only like one or two people showed up to your funeral. You know what I mean? That is my biggest insecurity right now, and I have no shame admitting it, and of course I'm working on it, right? We have to have that intention to work on it. So it really is just the relationships I have with people and that connections I have with them, and trying to make sure that I'm putting in the effort in all of the connections I have, and kind of like leaving a mark, right? Because let's say I make a shitload of money, right? Nobody is gonna go up at the podium during my eulogy and be like, yeah, you know, my favorite memory of MJ, man, he had bands.
Bad stacks, bro.
He had some stacks on deck.
He showed me this watch, and then he gave me a rollie. That was clean.
That was clean.
Now I
yeah.
got 2 rollies.
No, absolutely not. You know, I mean, we're gonna talk about of all. You're gonna, you know, I mean, AJ, I hope you talk about the stories we get pho together, something like that. You know, you're not gonna talk about the money.
Shout out Khan. Happy birthday, Khan.
Happy birthday, Con.
Shout out Khan.
Oh man, that got a little too deep. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
man.
just
Let's go back.
No,
a
I
little
mean,
bit.
if you want to go back to that, like, in all honesty, I think about death a lot, you know, not because I'm scared of death itself. I just, you know, want to create, whether it be like a legacy or like a family or something, not necessarily to be like super remembered in like a hall of fame for myself, but more so like accomplish things that I want to accomplish before, you know, our time, God forbid, runs out. So
yeah, maybe just like be important just enough where my grandkids want to tattoo my initials on them.
Or like we have one of those pictures on the wall, you know, that'd be dope.
Yeah, or like a statue of me holding Mickey Mouse's hand on Main Street, Disneyland. So that'd be kind of cool.
Or one of those Navy photos where you're holding the woman. You remember those? Where they're like sweeping the leg and you're kissing the woman.
Oh,
And it's like you and
yeah.
your lady.
like you're like bending over and kissing.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Next to like those Navy bases. They have one in San Diego.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
Yeah, that's Miramar.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out Miramar. Yeah, my family that used to live out there.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out
Raimundo
to-
family.
Oh yeah, good call. Yeah.
AJ remembers.
AJ knows.
AJ knows. Let go.
What's your definition of success, John?
Me?
Damn. What was that, bro? You about to throw
rollies.
hands?
No.
5 rollies that on TikTok.
I like
5 rollies.
It helps me. It helps me with my cadence. You know when I.
How about 7 for every day of the week?
I should probably do up it to 7 now instead. Oh, shit, but no. My definition, I think. Yeah, I hate to like put a monetary value to it as well, but just like enough to support myself and to support like a family that I want in the future, and that's kind of just like be happy. I guess that's a very general.
So just money, like I guess, freedom and wealth.
Yeah, I it's not like just about it, but I guess
That's like
enough
step one, I
Yeah,
guess.
and enough to have that to not worry about it, and then after that, like I think the happiness will come, be it with the family or something else. Like that's kind of, I guess that's my definition of success. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that
Oh,
makes
yes,
sense.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So my definition of success is basically doing whatever makes you happy and anything you're passionate about, all while being healthy, successful, trying to the best of your ability, and also making money off it. Like that's the last thing on my
Fat
mind.
stacks.
But at the same time, it's like, hey, man, we trying to get the 7 rollies. Come on.
Yeah.
You feel me? No, but in all seriousness, like that's kind of my goal too. Not necessarily so much like the money, because I feel like money is pretty easy to obtain the more time you have. And we have all the time in the world right now at our age. Jizz, you know. So jizz. Jizz.
Shout out to AJ.
Ages. Not
Ages. Okay.
Not just
Okay. I see what
jizz.
you're doing. Okay. You're completing the word.
ES
I
at
thought,
the end.
Yeah. See, I thought it was with 2 Z's, and then that's why I was just no.
You took
This guy's
you took MJ.
27, I think.
No.
About to be.
About to be, almost.
almost.
Later this month.
Yes, sir.
Oh, dude! Happy
28.
early birthday! I'm
Thank
turning
you.
27 in June.
Oh, thanks. Man.
Dang, you guys are old, bro. September.
This guy.
Oh.
This
Virgo
guy.
Nation, bro.
You only barely made it to the like our same like class when we graduated.
Damn, I'm feeling bullied, man. I might have to
Check this guy out right now. No,
No, but that's my definition of success, man. Like, whatever I do in life is really intentional. And at the end of the day, like, I had a talk with my supervisor yesterday, and it's like, if I get fired from my job, or if we close down as a company, or if I stop DJing and things like that, at the end of the day, in this moment in time, I'll have my father, my mother, and my brother, and some great friends that I could spend time with and really connect with, like MJ said, so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this is all serious, straight Gassin
know.
right now, bro. But
Yeah.
that's
Can we get
that's
into
the
more
real
surface level
spiel.
stuff after?
Yeah, you know, if I knew we were gonna get this serious, we wouldn't have gotten donuts.
No,
Because man, look how fun these are the funnest looking donuts.
it's like a psychiatry session, bro. Psycho.
This conversation isn't
Exactly.
the most bubbly or like happy, right?
Got the bubbly.
Speaking of bubbly, I mean these unnamed beers have a little bit of like residue to them. Michael June says they just got them like this week for whatever reason. I don't know. Yeah, this unnamed brand has to get their stuff together apparently.
While everybody's checking their phones right now, I wanted to do a quick announcement for our sponsors. So our first sponsor is AJ Reddick's mobile DJing services. Are you looking for? I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna do an infomercial right now. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you having a party, wedding, or general event coming up? Well, you need AJ Reddick's DJ services. With the hypest, littest, and steeziest beats in the Bay, you can bring your party or event to the next level. Visit ajreddick.com for more info and start your party today. That was the shittiest.
No, that was good. That was good. Actually, you like did it all the way through and stuff. I would have broke character and just started laughing, but that was good.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hey man, you know, if you're looking for some cinematography and some video work, M&J more than carpet, where cinema is affordable. Food Max. Hey, that
Take it to the John, maximizing Johnny Power.
John Max. Hey man, I was trying to download that Food Max sample. I had to go through hella like YouTube rips to get it right. I wanted to make it like a selection kind of like trap like Food Max beat. We're like Food Max.
Were you trying to find like the highest quality like available?
Yeah, I had to resample it and it sounded hella
I was
whack.
gonna say like I'm sure you can find like a sample of it on YouTube, but it's gonna be like 220p or whatever and like sound crackly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're good. You should. I'm just gonna say this now. You should definitely find that Food Max sample and make a lo-fi remix of it.
Dude, now I found the sample. It sounds like shit because I had to rip it from YouTube. Oh my God. Did I tell you my DJ laptop of 8 years crashed?
No, you didn't.
So it crashed. Apparently it was like a failed RAM or the motherboard crashed.
Damn.
And then I bought basically new memory for it. And then I bought a solid state drive instead of a hard drive, like a hard, HDD.
Spinning drive.
And the solid state drive ended up not working. It wouldn't boot the operating system.
Damn.
So basically I spent money on that. And then I got it to work, but without the solid state drive. So I just plug it in when I need it. And then I bought a refurbished laptop because I was scared. I need a laptop for a gig coming up. And then I bought a brand new 2020 MacBook. So now I have 3 MacBooks.
Damn, son, where'd you buy these?
The Apple Store.
Okay.
So if you need some, hit me up.
If you need an extra MacBook,
I got hella MacBooks for
what is it,
rent.
2017, 2020 version.
Yeah, dude, I got.
Hey, yo, if anybody got dongles out there, find AJ.
Dude,
Find
that
some,
pissed me
so.
off. I freaking bought 2 dongles and that shit came before the actual laptop. So I just got 2 dongles.
I think it's pronounced donglai if
Dong-
there's multiple dongles.
Dongle?
Dongle.
Donglai. So how much does the DJ experience or quality improve by having 3 laptops on your table?
Did you run them concurrently?
Man, so I do a lot of mobile gigs, and for weddings and stuff, like, dude, if I'm not trying to pull up with 3 laptops on the table,
Yeah.
You run,
but
like,
I do have one as a backup, so I have all the music on like 3 laptops at a time. And if one crashes, God, dude, that shit has never happened to me where I had to pull out another laptop. But shit, I might have to. Well, I only got it because I was hella scared about my original one. It lasted me 8 years.
Good
It
run.
didn't crash at all, but it's starting to act up. You're gonna get snatched up by another laptop.
Ooh, City Boys?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
City Hot Boy University.
Hot Boys? Was that Keandre Greenlaw?
I forgot his name. Shout out Niners though.
Niners.
Shout out Cowboys.
You know, if you're looking for reliability on your computers for DJ setups, I would recommend just have a whole ass desktop like
You told me that shit before.
Dude,
Like, hey, pull up with an iMac.
you know the big 27-inch iMac? You should just have one like set up there. It's you know how bright those screens are, dude? Like,
Yeah.
so, like it's dark in the club, but you're just like beamed.
Walk around with the $7,000 fucking desktop.
Whenever I go to freaking like house parties, like my mom's like coworkers' friends or like other relatives, their relatives or some shit, and I see some amateur ass like DJ setup or like an iMac or like a tower, I'm like, damn, bruh, are y'all staying here for a little bit? Come on.
Oh man, you should get like the old Macintoshes, the one that had like the clear shell. Yeah, you just get one of those, that giant bubble thing.
Might as well just get a TV, a 42-inch TV, put it on the table,
Yeah.
plug in your Mac Mini,
Damn.
plug in the DJ stuff,
Plug in your Zune, dude.
Damn,
might
the
be-
Zune?
The full HD. I mean, the hard disk drive. Like
and stream off iMemes.
I mean,
That's MySpace music for those who don't know that. Spotify before Spotify.
We're too old now. We're getting too old now.
dude, MySpace was cool. Did you guys ever do top 8 or like? Because I know you could change it to top 4.
I had like top 10.
I had the top one for a little bit. I forgot who it put on there. Probably God.
That was
Or
number
Tom.
one. That was number one. I had like a top 10. When I could change it, I changed like a top 10.
Okay, I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna ask you, John, first. What, from your memory, what was your MySpace song?
I had Foo Fighters on there, like the Pretender one, and I forget the other song. And then I had like Kanye West back when he was like not crazy. I had what's the one with the Daft Punk song on it? Harder, not harder, stronger.
With
Harder.
the Kanye.
Is it stronger?
Stronger?
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna sound like
Yeah.
like a total like fake fan right now. I'm gonna be like, this guy doesn't fucking know shit. I think it's stronger. Yeah.
Yeah, stronger. Yeah. Okay. What about you, AJ? MySpace song.
I think I had my first song was like Bedrock. So you know that.
I can make you.
Yep. And then my second one, I was like, I think Lollipop remix. With, remix, baby. Lollipop. Yeah. And then the third one, I forgot. It was probably some like sad emo song.
Dang.
How about you, bro?
Oh shoot.
What is it? What
And
is
like,
it?
I wasn't ready for the question for myself, but
I know. I definitely wasn't ready for the question for myself. One of my recent memories that I could actually remember, if you're familiar with the song Helena by My Chemical Romance, that was my MySpace song.
Just slapper.
I was such a scene kid.
Damn.
I was RAR XDing actually.
Damn,
RAR
you're RAR XD. You talking girls be like RAR.
Yeah, hell
Did
yeah,
you make
man.
that?
Or the little thing. Do you remember back during the Scene Kids when they would have the fake lip ring? So it wasn't exactly a piercing.
It
It was,
like-
It's like your mom's hair scrunchie thing.
It just be on
it
there.
was like, yeah,
It just be attached.
yeah, dude. Lip rings was such a big thing back in the day. What did you say? Beginning of this decade.
Yeah,
was
like
probably
2008?
2007 to 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such a big thing.
You brought some memories back, not because I was a scene kid, but my friends were like all into that shit, like with the gauges and the fucking
Yeah, the
rings and
gauges,
stuff.
or you can get spider bites or snake
Spider
bites,
bites,
right?
yeah.
And then
Bed bug bites.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't qualify unless you were drawing Slayer on your Jansport back. Yeah, or Slipknot. If you're a you had to be a Slipknot fan. Yeah. What was your favorite band back in the day, John?
like metal band stuff, or like
or
just
any?
regular?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I don't know. Probably have to be like Foo Fighters or like Weezer. Those like back then. I guess just like regular, nothing too crazy.
Weezer F baby.
Weezer.
Back when they're still making pretty good like songs. No, it's
Yeah.
just kind of
So you like Nirvana then?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so you like Nirvana's drummer.
Yes, I do. Dave Grohl. Shout out to Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Dave Grohl thinks he's such a rock god.
I mean, like by default, I'm not gonna say he's a rock god, but like he's like one of the few right now, like just regular like straight rock guys.
No, yeah, like every time there's like a rock show or like a rock like judging or something, like he's
out
part of
there.
the judging panel.
I think just because he's probably like one of like the last like few. I mean, you have what like Red Hot Chili Pepper guys, but they're not like as relevant. I don't know who else, like Black Keys, but they're not like in the, I don't know. I guess like the TV sphere, like, you know, I don't know. I'm just talking random stuff.
What about Blink 182?
I like their music. I don't know about now. Like they're still like older, like 40, 50-year-old guys making like teenage music. I don't know.
Yeah, because what's his name? Did Angels and Airwaves?
Like they broke off. He broke off for a bit, right? What's
Yeah.
his name? Mark Hoppus or the other guy?
I have I'm such a poser, dude.
I know you're gonna get people talking like you guys don't even fucking know shit about music, nothing about like Blink-182 or
How
like,
about freaking Good Charlotte or Yellow Card, bro? Sum 41. I know MJ's one of MJ's favorite bands
41.
was Switchfoot. Shout out.
Ooh,
Oh, see, Switchfoot was hella
Hey,
dope.
man.
Dare You to Move,
Dare You to
bro.
Move. Pretty
Oh,
good.
hell
That's
yeah.
it.
No, I really like Yellow Card too because they had the electric violin.
Amen.
That was clean.
Ocean Avenue or
Ocean
what?
Avenue, bro. That's a classic. We're gonna play this song right now, and we're gonna cut the commercial break. I'm just joking. What do you say?
Hey, man, you're
Ocean
taking
Avenue.
liberties on the straight Gassin pod right now.
I'm ruining the whole flow, but no,
Straight
Ocean
petrol.
Avenue is really. It's like cheesy, but it's a funny song. Like it's a classic now, but it's like it's a funny cheesy song.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, I'm going to speed round you guys really quick, both of you guys. Sorry to put you on the spot, AJ. I know you're the host and founder of the show, but I'm going to start with you, AJ, really quick. I think it's fair to say all three of us, we are what they would consider straight. We are
Straight,
Like you
like
mean like
Gassin or
cisgender or like
we are hetero Gassin, yes?
yeah, hetero. Yeah.
metrosexuals. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Well, yeah, so we're metro booming sexual, right?
Metro Mailman wants some more sex.
Anyways, okay. 3 traits of your ideal woman. I'm asking you, AJ.
Damn, you put me on the spot.
I did. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Yeah, you gotta go back to me on that.
All right.
Or me?
Yeah.
All right, my ideal woman.
Yeah. At least maximum 3 traits.
Okay, and they could be like physical and everything else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not. Okay, I'm not saying like it's like this is strictly physical. Like for me, I'm just saying. Like,
Sorry.
but, all right.
I want to see some titties.
I'm gonna get my going tonight.
So my ideal woman.
Yes.
She has 2 legs. She has her priorities straight, and she's not crazy. And that's kind of my top ones.
Well, what is your definition of crazy? Because I think that's very.
There's
It
levels
is
to
a
it.
scale. Yeah, it's a scale. Okay. I guess my definition of crazy is like she's not gonna stalk me. She's not gonna come like slash my tires because I don't know. I didn't want to go with her somewhere. She's not gonna like scream crazy shit or throw shit at me or like scratch me type of stuff. I think that's like a reasonable level, right?
Well, that's not crazy. That's just criminal. Okay, so what about
That's
what?
assault, brother.
Yeah, that yeah. So, well, what if she just wanted to what? Where are you going with this?
Like
Where are you going with this?
She ends up being clingy, but you're like she's not crazy. She's just clingy.
Yeah. So what if she just wanted to like look through your phone? Is that crazy?
No, I mean, okay, it's not crazy if she wants to look through your phone, but if it's like a daily type thing, or like she don't trust you, and she's like, I have to look through it like
These
constantly,
hoes ain't
constantly,
loyal.
then I would say that would fall more in the crazy realm. But if it's like a one time, like, oh, let me just see who's calling you, or let me use your phone type thing, I don't think that's crazy. But if it's like, yo, let me see your phone, what are you hiding? What are you hiding? Why do you keep hiding? Like type of thing, I think that's crazy.
Damn. So for me, man, you just gotta have your priorities straight, have 2 legs, and be loyal.
Oh, loyal. There you go.
These hoes ain't loyal. Have your own money, man.
Now, but who is to say? Because both of you guys said have the priority straight. Who is to say or determine what is a priority and what? How do you consider it?
I would say hierarchical needs priorities. Like,
So like food and
yeah, and like you gotta just have your life together, basically. There's no prerequisite, man. Like, I'm just chilling.
So if some girl came up to you and said, "I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat," so then she doesn't have her priorities straight.
Yeah, you're pretty trash.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm gonna cut you off, and then
No,
you're
I
gonna
think
starve
there's
to
more
death.
relevant ways to put it. Like, but I didn't want to be too shallow. You know, like if you spend hella money on like Sephora and stuff like that, and you're like in credit card debt and stuff like that, and like you refuse to get a job just because you don't want to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Then that's kind of what I think John and I meant. Not necessarily like, hey man, I'm not trying to get at Chipotle 2 days in a row or something.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe if it's like the kids box,
I thought you were about to say Kids Bop.
kids bop.
The little tacos.
Yep, Kids Box. That's pretty bomb though. Matt always gets.
I was literally just gonna tell you that every time I got Chipotle with Matt, he always gets the kids.
Hey man, Kids Box. Sheesh.
Kids
Smash.
box. It's enough. Makes
Shut
me
up.
fool. You can hear him say
Shut up.
it.
Hey. Sheesh.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your ideal woman?
My ideal woman. Okay.
3 traits.
3 traits. Well, I'm not gonna be a smartass and say 2 legs.
Oh,
Okay.
she watching
wants
this?
3 legs.
Huh?
She watching this? It could be billions of women in the world.
I don't know why I pointed up.
gotta-
There was no reason. That's,
Shout out God.
God is a woman. Shout out Ariana
You gotta
Grande.
narrow it down.
This
All
guy.
right.
Okay, three traits in a woman. First of all, like the number one thing is you got to be independent. So what
What does that mean, man?
Yes, yeah, I was good. Okay, so if I dive deep into that, independent basically means
She got on.
it's like you basically don't need me financially,
Financially.
nationally.
Hey, nationally, where the girls at, bro?
Yeah. So yeah, independent to me is like you do not need me financially or emotionally. So basically, like I don't need you. I don't know why I did that accent. I'm so sorry. That does not mean anything. Yeah. So essentially, like she could live a life without me and does not need me there.
But she chooses to be.
But she chooses to be.
Oh,
So essentially, it's like she's doing me a favor.
No, that should be mutual though, right?
Oh
'Cause,
no,
like,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Like no one
Yeah.
would ever want like, what if you're too clingy talking to a girl, and then she's like, damn, like this guy's really caught up in me, and like, or what if
I'm gonna cut you
you're
off.
just like going out with some
Caught
like,
up. Yeah,
got me feeling it,
caught up.
got me losing. Yeah, but no, I feel like what if you're going out with like some baller ass chick, and she just sees you just like, you know, eating Cheetos on the couch all day. Like, actually, that'd be whack. I feel like all three of us are really motivated and ambitious, though,
Yeah.
so that would never be a problem.
Yeah.
But I do understand that, like, in a relationship setting between a man and a woman, or a man and a man, or a woman and a woman,
That's
they,
what we're-
they. Anyways, 2020. Yeah, do a disclaimer.
Yeah.
It's really important that both parties are really on the same page emotionally and the same wavelength as far as like, I don't necessarily need you because I make my own money, you make your own money, and we should only grow together. You shouldn't be the reason why I'm so happy. You know, not to be harsh or anything, but like I'm really doing me and being my best self right now, but we're growing together as people and hopefully making our hopefully sounds like a Chinese bread or something.
Oh, that sounds like a sweet.
Hopali.
Smells like a sweet eggy tart bread that's
Yeah.
like folded several times.
Shout out, man.
Slowly.
Hopali.
I want some hopali, dude. I don't know. I don't know about
we're
that
gonna-
accent, AJ. I think we're gonna get
We're gonna cut that
demonetized.
out. Yeah.
Hey, but hopefully you both grow together, and like yeast, you both grow, bro. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It rises.
Yeah, and I feel.
Rise together.
All right, Bane. So.
Damn.
So I think what you mean, and I do agree with you, is when you're independent, but you truly do both love each other, you're independently investing in yourselves constantly because you know deep inside that you guys deserve the best versions of each other at all times. So
Yeah.
you're trying to become the better version of yourselves, even better than you were yesterday. But that being said, I have no problem if I were to ever like be with a woman that makes more money than me. I'll say it straight up, like you said, 2020, man, it would not make me insecure. Let me tell you,
Yeah, me too.
If
I just
any,
eat Cheetos all day,
bro, if I even heard any of y'all like even talk behind my back, like, yo, did you know MJ's a stay-at-home dad now? I would not give a shit. Like jokes
hell
on
yeah.
y'all. I'm
That's
chilling.
dope, man. I'm
Hell
chilling
yeah,
with my
yeah.
family,
Bro,
Mr.
you-
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, you see my apron, son? This is silk.
That's slick. That.
That's slick black.
So, Michael June, what are the other two traits? Because we were independent for a while, but what are the other two traits?
Oh, the other two trait, the other trait is like you got to be like straight up hella funny to me, and it's really hard to not be because like I literally laugh at everything. Like you could start scratching your neck, John, I'll start laughing at
You have a pretty low bar? Okay.
Yeah, see, like I think everything is pretty much funny, and that's honestly how I live my life, unfortunately. But yeah, you got to be super funny and like, but not like obnoxious funny. So let me explain what being obnoxiously funny is like. If you think you're pulling a joke like always doing a Vietnamese or Filipino accent is hilarious, it is not. Everybody, foreign accents as a jokes are funny when you first meet someone, but they get really old.
Just
Don't
racist.
push it. Don't push it.
Yeah, they get old really fast. So if you're trying to find some, inspiration, watch some good stand-up, man. Dave Chappelle has a really good special that's out right now, and Aziz Ansari.
I feel like your humor, MJ, is more observational. Like we'll laugh about things that we've observed like 10 years in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, so
But we're not just gonna say like, "Oh, you're Filipino," or like we wouldn't just make blatantly racist or like Asian jokes just because, or
Yeah.
I wouldn't make it like a Latino or Mexican joke to John just because, like it's not really thoughtful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think of it as like disrespectful. I don't think you would think of it as disrespectful as well, but it just like it's kind of like, why would we say that?
Yeah.
yeah, and the third trait for me, why am I the only one that had serious answers?
You had them
asshole.
like
man.
ready to go.
You got it ready. You were thinking about it. You asked the question.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
you were
right.
lock and loaded.
I totally forgot
You got
about
it.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I would say the third one is somebody who is super secure about their love language. I recently learned what love languages are. You guys familiar with that?
What is your
Five?
love language?
My love language is spending time. Is just
Quality time?
It's totally quality time. Like if one of you guys said like, "Oh, MJ, you're doing a good job," I'd be like, "John, don't touch me."
So we know
You touched him, bro.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's an example. You can touch me any. I'm not even gonna finish that question.
Cut.
But yeah, it's just being clear on what your love language is, and just trying to just applying it. Really, my love language is just spending quality time together. Like when we went to that said burger spot, AJ earlier. That's my love language with our friendship, where
Damn, man.
we're just eating. We don't even have to talk. We were
time
barely
together.
talking. If you could just enjoy somebody's presence without feeling the obligation to talk, then that's something real.
We were also like really hungry too, but no, I that's reciprocal. That feeling is reciprocal because I did my love language test, and I think mine is more. Number one was like, what's it called? Acts of service, and then the second one was quality time. The last one was physical touch. Don't touch me. bro.
touch.
That's why I'm going to the martial arts school, bro. Don't touch me. Come
That's
on.
his love language.
But yeah, no, I agree with that sentiment. Like we were grubbing, we were really hungry, and we probably said like a few words,
Yeah.
and it was really dope because we're just like, oh, yeah, this is great. How's your burger?
Was it
Sick.
down? Yeah.
Oh yeah, this limeade is good. How's your burger? Sick. Oh, you got the onion rings? You got the- You want some onion rings? That's it. We probably said like a handful of words, like less than 5 sentences, easy.
Yeah.
But how about you, John? What is your love language?
My love language? I actually haven't done the test, but if I had to guess, it'd probably be like quality time and probably acts of service.
Acts of service?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably it. Like, I guess the most important thing is like to spend time together, and then like, I mean, it's not like reaffirming like that you care about me type of thing with the acts of service, but it's like we work as a team. I'll do what you say, and if you do what like sometimes what I say and stuff, then we're just like we're,
I feel
we're
like
a team.
we're all pretty secure. So like, what's it called? The words of affirmation and touch is not really
Yeah.
applicable to us because it's like I don't care if you like, what I'm saying, say, oh, like you're doing a great job and things like that. But it's like, thank you. Like we already have that in our mind. Like we expected that, So it's not a surprise if we're succeeding or doing our best in what we do because we're already so locked in it. And like, touch is just like, don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, I think that was like the last thing my lowest success rate of was the touch, and then there's also another love language called gift giving or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like material goods or something.
Like material goods, like oh, I bought you a random gift and blah blah blah.
Lowly.
Like that. Yeah, see,
Hey, I would be happy for like 5 minutes, and I'd be like, "Oh shit, I already got."
Take
Okay.
pictures on Instagram. And
Yeah.
That's cool. But if it's not no bust down, Rolly though.
yeah,
Damn.
exactly. Speaking of love languages, what's your ideal first date? What would you do on a first date, John?
Me? My ideal first date would probably be, like probably just going out to eat. Not a movie. That's not a good like first date scenario.
Let's get into specifics. Where are you eating?
All right, I want to go eat like a regular like American diner and stuff.
Are you sitting next to her or on the opposite side of the
I'm,
table?
I'm sitting across. I don't like the like, especially for like a first date. I'm not gonna sit like.
Dude, I don't even. Why do couples do that? Like, do
Yeah,
you guys
couples
do you guys
do
sit
it.
next to each other?
No.
Or do you still sit across?
So,
I
so
see.
like Matt, so they're sitting in this booth. I'm sitting in the booth next to them.
you sit on the opposite side on the other booth.
That's Michael June's
Back to back.
yeah, side to side, back to back. And
That's how MJ and I
you
sat.
talk like spies back to back and just like.
Morse code or what?
like a drug deal. You got the stuff.
Oh man. So wait, so you guys just sit? Do you guys sit next to your significant other or
No,
across?
Got to sit across.
It's like,
know.
do you need to be close to them like
I don't know.
that many
I feel
times?
Like, I feel like I don't know. Maybe more of a girl thing, not to be like general, or making
That's like
generalizations,
when
but-
you're in those lines at like weddings or parties,
Yeah,
and it's
I
like
don't
the
know.
guy who's groping the girl from the front,
Yeah,
and they're
just
like,
like-
hella freaking on each other. Like, bro, no one's gonna take your girl right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
No one's gonna take your man's.
That's not me. I like sitting across. We can talk, we eat, and then we go.
You gotta like, well, if you look, it hurts. Like you gotta look at.
Yeah,
your-
I don't know.
you know?
I don't understand. Whatever. You couples out there, I just don't understand you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's really. I don't like. So let's say, for example, I was to go out on a first date, right? I don't think I could ever do a sitting down type of deal.
You gotta like go out, do something like.
You got to go. I would want to walk. So probably if I would go as fancy as maybe like Ghirardelli Square, get a nice milkshake or sundae or whatever, and then you just kind of like walk around Christie Field. But sitting down and walk just feels like an interview, man. I can't do that.
Does it feel too kind of like enclosed and kind of like I guess,
Yeah.
intense? I guess.
Yeah, it's just because you're just gonna sit there and just like, what do you like to do for fun? Blah blah blah. What high school did you go to? Oh, did you know this guy or
you
this
gotta do it
girl?
in the same exact way.
Blah blah blah. And it's like, and then you're gonna act like super polite to your server, which you're never like that
Super
to.
I'm pretty polite to the servers.
I'm always polite
all
to
the time.
servers, but
He's
but
a jerk
but when it
sometimes.
comes to like, but when you're on a date, you're the server. You're just like, oh, what do you recommend? Oh, thank you.
No, I'm like that all the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty consistent with the way I am with servers, only because I work in the food industry. But yeah. So what else? So you go out to eat food and what? You go to a movie, but you're not talking.
No, not a movie. I said
Oh.
I said not a movie. I don't know. It'd be something kind of like go to a park or do something kind of what's the word? Not exercise, but like physical, I guess. But not. Like,
Oh no! Shit.
of course, we're going there now. We're like working up there now. We're just going straight there. No, you do something like I don't know. You walk around, you talk, type of thing. Like, kind of like what you said, but not like I don't know. I guess not like rock climbing, something crazy where you just.
Wait, do you
Going.
say? Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
What about you, AJ? What was your like ideal?
Hey,
first
come
date?
on. Oh no. Maybe. I
Go
guess
In-N-Out?
In-N-Out.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Whatever In-N-Out is, you be the judge of that. We're talking about burgers, but no. But in all seriousness, I don't know, man. I never really thought about that stuff. I'm still solo dolo, do my own thing.
I feel like if you take somebody to a first date at In-N-Out, I think it could actually be very, very successful if you think about it. Because a lot of first dates are like, oh, yeah, let's go somewhere nice. I'm going to dress up, Santana Row, I'm going to wear my nice pea coat. But if you bring somebody to In-N-Out and they want to go with you for a second or third date, it's like, okay, cool. Like, she was able to, wants to kick it with me even though it was just like a $5 meal.
Yeah, man. That's how you could filter out the real ones.
Yeah. So I think it's a good idea. I think it'd be a good idea. And it's what you're into. Like literally. Because like imagine if you never took a girl to In-N-Out after 10 dates and then after the 10th date, you bring her into your room and you have a shitload of In-N-Out
she'd be
stuff in
like,
there. And she's like, what the hell is
did you
this?
I mean, my room is not like In-N-Out shrine. It's
No,
like, I know what you mean though.
you know what I mean? Okay.
It's like if you like met a girl and you just had like a closet full of like porno posters.
No,
just out
exactly.
in the room.
Yeah.
Hustler magazines.
No, exactly. Like, and if for extreme example, if I had a super big fandom for the adult entertainment industry, then the first date should be like a strip club. Because if she asks, "Why are you bringing me to a strip club?" Well, this is the kind of stuff that I'm into.
This is my passion.
So if you're a hoarder, would you go to like a Big
Damn.
Lots and then you take her home? It's a bunch of rats. So you got to climb over some.
We're gonna go to a factory to you.
Gonna bring some stuff back home.
Yep.
Extra
That's wild.
magazines.
What do you say?
Extra magazines.
You said raisins.
No.
Oh,
Extra
A
magazines.
Sunmaid.
Sam. Yeah, man, but that's kind of I don't know anything about dating really, but I like your suggestion, man. Like something physical. Oh, that was John's. Something where you're actually walking and it's not just sitting down, so it's not just like an interrogation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santa Cruz or Monterey seems to be a nice spot. Even like somewhere like downtown Sunnyvale is pretty nice. Saratoga. You guys writing this down? The downtown Saratoga.
Los Gatos area.
Los Gatos. Yep, downtown Los Gatos. Soma District down to San Jose. I hope everybody listening is writing these down. Because
Brisbane, Australia.
out to-
No, I like
shouts
downtown
out
Brisbane.
In Australia?
No, here, Brisbane.
Oh yeah, the one on Peninsula. Yeah, so you got downtown Brisbane and Peninsula. You could also go Willow Glen area too, where
Willow Glen's cool.
Icicle's a really cool spot. I think
Icicles, yep.
Yeah,
and then they got Akis,
Oh, you get squirrels.
got the swirls.
They close at like
See
9,
squirrels?
9:30.
What'd you say?
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
I thought you said squirrels.
No, they're called squirrels.
Yeah.
It's just I'm like nasally, so you
Yeah,
can.
they put
Oh.
Hennessy and some squirrel in there.
That's really gross.
Nah, but I like Willow Glen. It's cool too.
Yeah, I like that area a lot too.
Campbell,
It's a cool, safe area.
Yeah.
San Jose.
Gentrified. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, so overall, get ice cream and something, and then just walk around the neighborhood and talk. You know,
Even
So-
boba if they're like hella Asian. That'd be cool.
Yeah, boba's cool. Just don't sit down. It's not an
MJ's not a fan
interview.
of sitting down. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, not to make it like super intense, but I don't know. I feel like even though you're kind of sitting down in this kind of an enclosed area, you kind of like you kind of feel them out. It does kind of feel like an interview, but like I guess you figure out like your kind of personality and the way you kind of.
That's hard though, cause you can't like really gauge someone on if they're like whack or not, or if they get along with you in like one interaction. You
Yeah,
need
you need more than one.
Cause
You need
dude,
more
like
than
how long have we all known each other? Like MJ, I've known for 20 plus years. John, have known each other for like what 10 plus
Probably
years.
10 plus years now.
So it's not like all of a sudden when we first met, we're just like, oh hey, what's up, y'all?
Yeah,
Like it's
no.
not like we were just this cool just off the jump, you know.
It's the process. It's a process of like figure somebody out.
Yeah, you know, speaking of knowing me for 20 plus years, AJ, I just remembered one of my earliest memories of you and I. Like this is like back in first grade, and I just want to bring it up super randomly. I don't know if her name was Miss Brennan or Miss Couts, but
Brennan.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was first grade then. Yeah. So she basically asked the entire class, she was like, hot dog, what kind of word is that? And then only you and me raised our hands. We're like, oh, yeah, I know what kind of word hot dog is. And then she chose you. Hey, Aljon, what is that? And I was just like, dude, like I raised my
You're like, I'm right here.
I raised my hand first.
I remember that,
you
yeah.
Mother. And then you said compound word. And I was like, fuck,
Stole your
dude.
thunder.
Yeah, man. so like you're saying, it's not about the first interaction because
I know,
you
man.
freaking stole my thunder.
You're
that
about to
day.
throw some hands
That
over the
was-
hot
Man.
dog. It's like I was Joey Chestnut and you're Takiro Kobayashi.
Oh yeah, I remember they had to kick him out that one year.
He was doing like bootleg hot dog contest by himself.
Freelance.
Freelance hot dog eater.
Oh man,
He
he's
had custom shirts too.
Shouts out Joey Chestnut.
yeah. Oh yeah, San Jose native, right?
Yep.
He was showing like the drills he was doing on ESPN.
Dude.
It's like some like jaw drills. Like,
Hey man, you know they win a lot of money from that, so it's
no,
not a joke,
dude, yeah,
bro.
he's made a lot of money off eating hot
It's
dogs.
just so funny. It's just so funny.
He's like
Hot
I
dog.
think he's like a worker at like Cisco, and then he like eats in his free time.
That's pretty funny though. That was like that's like your earliest.
I remember that though. Yeah, I
started
didn't
off
want
on the
to start any beef,
in the first grade.
because we're talking about hot dog.
Beef hot dog. Ooh.
Hey. But nah, it was cool, man. I remember that. But nah, I'm really glad that we're all still friends, and I feel like we're pretty easygoing. And life, it's corny, but everyone says life has a way of like cycling out your homies and your circle, whether it be family or friends, and being true to yourself allows others to be receptive to you, and come back to you or whatever. Not that we ever left each other, stuff like that, as homies,
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
What's something else that we were talking about earlier besides like donuts and hot dogs and burgers? We talk about a lot of food.
Damn, I just like food, man.
Yeah, man, I like food too.
Bay Area foodies.
Ooh, another lightning round for you, John. If you could only eat at one restaurant for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One restaurant? Are we talking about like regular?
One
or
restaurant for
just
the
one?
rest of your life. Doesn't
Could be
matter if
any
it's-
restaurant.
Doesn't matter if it's a chain. Doesn't matter if it's fast food.
Ah man. All right, let me think. Okay, it's like my two favorite kinds of foods are Italian and Mexican, and it just kind of goes back and forth. So I don't know. I'm thinking something either Italian or Mexican food, and it's hard to pick
You gotta
like one.
pick one.
You got to pick one, man.
All right. It's gonna be Leo's Tacos in LA.
Leo's Tacos?
Yeah, Leo's Tacos. I'm just gonna eat that for like the rest
Come
of my
on,
life.
man.
And just have like different types of meats and stuff. That's what I'm gonna eat.
Someone got shot there recently.
Damn, really?
R.I.P. Yeah, I was there with Edgar Cito. Shout out Edgar.
Shout out Edgar.
We went there. Yeah, you met him, right?
You didn't take me there. If you said it was so good, why'd you take me to Gasados?
Dude, we're in downtown LA, bro. That's like kind of like mid city. That's like a 30-minute, 45-minute drive.
Oh, I guess, man. I picked this guy up in Alhambra, California. Adjacent to Pasadena.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Alhambra, and then what else is there? San Gabriel.
Yeah, in San Gabriel. I pick up AJ from his Airbnb, and he's like, "Look, man, you in my town? I'm gonna show you the ropes."
That's exactly how I said it. Let's
go. Yeah,
we gonna hit Gasados.
Yeah.
Get the carne asada.
Get the carne
Get the
asada.
Jamaica, not Jamaica.
And then he went, "Regulators, man."
Yeah. Nah, but Leo's Tacos is dope, man. How about you, MJ? What do you want to eat?
If I could eat at one restaurant every day for the rest of my life, it would have to be Yard House.
Go Yard House.
Because they have a
Go
wide
Yard.
selection there.
Yard House.
You get the yard.
Well, Yard House is like it is a chain restaurant, but they do have a very vast and they have a lot of options on their menu. And the nice thing is every season they actually change their menu up a little bit.
Oh, you had this already
Really?
ready to go.
They absolutely do. If you look, I don't know if you remember, but like last year, they had like a lot of vampire styled like everything. They had like vampire quesadilla, vampire tacos, right? And that's essentially like what they did was they made tortillas out of just fried cheese, and that's pretty much it. So,
It's vampire style?
huh?
That's pretty dope.
vampire style?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'll have to look that up after this.
For me, it's like just In and Out. You already know what I would get, you know.
You would eat In and
The
Out
rest of your life.
every day.
I didn't think of like a healthy choice. You didn't say like,
All right.
what do you want to like live
get-
in
you
your
get
entire
one more.
life?
You can get a redo AJ if you want.
I just see it's hard now. I gotta think of like all these options.
That's why I was asking. I was like, one restaurant? Okay. that's okay.
Dude, you're not gonna go to Leo's Tacos just for health reasons.
Yeah, no. I just started drinking like the water from there and like eating like pineapple and shit.
Are you gonna go to Lean Feast San Jose for that's your entire life?
Dude, Lean Feast, man, their stuff is pretty good over there. Have you guys been to Lean Feast before?
Have not.
Oh, okay.
They deliver.
They definitely deliver.
food
So
prep stuff?
So basically, it's essentially like Chipotle, but like meal prep stuff. So like you go over there, it's like Chipotle, and you build your like meal preps, and they even give you the reusable little bins or Tupperware. Well, Tupperware is a brand. And then so you kind of like let them know your weight goals too and stuff. So you get like the protein and whatever. And,
What if you're just like, hey, I'm trying to gain like 200 pounds?
trying to gain? Just give me that mashed potatoes, man. But yeah, it's a cool spot. I'm not really gonna get into it unless they want to run us a check for the Straight Gassin podcast. So,
Sponsor us. You're
I mean,
listening
yeah.
right
Straight up.
But yeah, they're cool. It's visit them, I guess, if you want.
That doesn't sound like it.
Well, I'm not gonna vouch for it, you know.
now. If
feel
June
it.
gives a thumbs up, do with it what you might or what
Yeah.
you will.
Hey man, but
Exactly.
no, I don't know what I would eat. I would definitely want to eat Psycho Donuts all the time. They're kind of thick, 2C's thick, and I like Krispy Kreme a little more just because it's light, and their service is usually Filipinos because they got a bunch of franchisees where I think Filipino, and they just started opening it up.
It just feels more comfortable there. No, I'm joking.
Nah, dude,
It's fine.
it could be black workers, Latino workers, white workers. I'll be good.
They're probably trained to be a little bit more like energetic and like bubbly at a.
I like when they give you the freshly glazed
Those are pretty good actually.
ones though.
Yeah.
But whenever I see them pull up and they're like giving you a box with the non-fresh ones, I'm like, hey, you see
You're
what's
like-
going on
you're
here?
like, get
Hey,
back
at me.
hey.
You should train. You see this shit, bro? Come on.
I see you putting them together in the back. Give me one of those.
Yeah, dude. What the hell?
Yeah. Or do you ever, when you go to Chipotle and like you get like a bowl, for example, or anything from Chipotle, and then like, oh, do you want beef, chicken, or steak, or whatever, and they start scooping your chicken, and then they look at the portion that they scooped,
And they take some off.
they put some back, like
What
bro,
the hell? You already put that shit on, bro.
yeah, just leave it.
Yeah.
They haven't taken it off, but I've seen them like really portion their like little scoops and just like.
No,
little tiny-
that's happened to me like a couple
take
times
some
where I
off?
see
They
them
took some
take that
off?
shit off.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, hey, bro, like, what's going on here?
like, and I'm gonna take that as disrespect.
No tip.
Yeah.
You start walking around the glass. Right?
You know how like when people are hella mad, like they pace back and forth.
Yeah,
They're
that's
hella
you.
eyeing
You're
you.
just huffing and puffing. That's what
Hey,
you're doing, man. Just-
hey! After your shift, come see me outside.
Yeah. Well, you want to put back beef? I'll give you beef, son.
Damn.
Oh.
Say no refried, bro.
Brother June goes on. He gives him 2 stars on Yelp at the end and be like, "Yo, this place is okay, but they took off meat off my bowl. Yo, that's not
Yeah.
cool."
There's some funny people while we're waiting in line, dude. It's hella funny.
Yeah.
John and I have a funny story at a Blaze Pizza. Do you want to tell the story,
I
John?
thought it was called Blaze Pizza.
That's what I said, Blaze.
You said a Blaze Pizza.
At a
Set
at
a Blaze.
at a comma Blaze Pizza.
Oh, okay, so okay.
At AT and then Blaze.
Oh, at Blase Pizza. Okay, got
Blase.
it.
Yeah.
Blase, Blase. It was either Blase Pizza or it was Mod Pizza. But we all right. So
Oh,
we're
I
waiting
think it
in
was
line.
Mod.
We're waiting in line. Me and AJ just BSing, like talking about what kind of pizza we're gonna get. We're talking. AJ's wearing like a regular like sweater and he's got like a necklace. So it's like Saint Laurent like necklace, right? So we're just talking to each other like we're right here. And we're just like talking BS, whatever. And like this random guy comes up and he's like, "Hey, what is that?" And
He's
points
wearing
at
like an
AJ.
Adidas tracksuit. He's like has glasses. He's like watching something on his like
yeah, his
phone,
and he just
with
like
headphones
looks-
on.
and he just like goes up to AJ, he points, he's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a sweater." He's like, "No, what is that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's his, it's a he's like,
necklace.
He's like, "It's a necklace." Like, but like what brand? He's like, "Oh, it's like just a clothing brand." And he's like,
Yeah, no, he's like he didn't even ask what brand. He's just like, oh, like what kind of necklace is that? And I was like, oh, it's just a pendant, a chain. Because at first I thought he was pointing at my sweater
Yeah,
because he
'cause
was
like,
literally
oh,
watching shit.
just, like,
Just looked
points.
back. He's like, hey, what is that?
He just, like,
Sean and I
points
are
and we're like-
mid conversation.
yeah,
we're
we're
just
just
like, oh yeah, man, like it's a sweater. I was just wearing like a blank sweater.
he's
I
like,
think.
"No, like what is that?"
And then I was just like, oh yeah, it's like a necklace. And he's like, no, like what does it mean? And it's a heart and it has YSL on it. And I was like, oh, it's a Saint Laurent YSL, you Saint Laurent. And he's like, what is that? And I was like, jeez, that's like someone asking you on a road trip, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And we're like, yeah. So it's like a luxury clothing brand, like Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. He's like, cool,
And then
man.
he just kind of goes back to his phone, right?
He just went back to his phone and started
and then
ordering.
Me and AJ just like,
Man, you should have told him YSL stands for "You Suck Legs."
Hey man, but we seen that guy in the Nike tracksuit a lot in the area.
sitting around the hood
But
when we're eating out.
it was just so random because I was just so unassuming. I was just like,
we were just
what are
having
you talking
random,
about,
like,
bro?
conversation about pizza, and this guy just butts in. He's like, "What is that?" And
We were literally talking about pizza, and he like kind of rudely interrupted. To be honest, like
he boxed out John for a
Yeah.
second.
John
was
and
like-
I
I
were
was like,
literally
oh, I was
talking
like,
about
oh.
the Mod Pizza like loyalty program and like what we would get and what are you gonna get. And
I was
he
like-
like
I was like, "It's kinda
interrupted
scam,
mid conversation, dude.
Were you the one that told me that Mod Pizza and the Blaze Pizza people, like both of the founders, they used to be homies?
No, that wasn't me.
Yeah. So apparently, like I think that I don't know if it's like folklore or like what do you
Folklore,
Fake news, fake story.
urban legend?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
urban legend.
is that what it meant?
but it's not like fact like Pico or T Sane.
Yeah, I guess so. So basically, like, yeah. So the Mod Pizza and the Blaze Pizza people, like the two founders, they were both homies, and like
Falling out.
yeah, I think they started Mod Pizza
Fall Out
first,
Boys.
and then one of the friends was like, "Man, screw this, I'm gonna do my own thing," and then he did Blaze Pizza. But what's cool about Blaze Pizza, I think, versus Mod Pizza, is it's red brick oven
Also, they actually put in
in Blaze Pizza.
Is Blaze Pizza the one that has the beer, like the taps, like right there? Or is that a different place? Maybe I'm confusing.
I'm not sure. I don't eat pizza that much.
Oh, okay.
LeBron is actually a minority owner of Blaze. I think he might. I don't know if he's how much ownership he has.
We're
Though.
gonna check our sources.
Yeah,
We're gonna edit.
don't quote us on that.
Yeah, we're gonna edit in.
I see. Hey, did you guys know that Kobe Bryant has made more profits off of
Short film or books or what?
no the super water? What's that? Body Armor. The Body Armor drink
He's made a bunch of money off that.
in a year. More than all of his NBA salary combined.
Are you serious? From that
Did you?
body armor? No, I did not.
That's
know
not
that.
surprising though, because he got drafted in like what, like '98 or something.
But I mean,
Like really early, like
had a
90.
long-
Yeah,
a
and
long
then
career,
that
though.
like I feel like the CBA for the NBA didn't really get that big until like this like the end of last decade and starting now, like it's not uncommon for people that are like scrubs to get paid on average like 7 million, 6 million, or like 3-year contracts for like 10 million a year, like 30 million.
Maybe, I don't know. If some math whizzes want to like out there like want to like chime in after this, but like if you like adjust for inflation, like back in like 99 and stuff, say Kobe made, I don't know, this is obviously just made up number, like $10 million, whatever, 8 million per year, whatever it might be. You adjust that for inflation, now it's probably a bigger number, but that's still pretty surprising. If like his whole career, like,
Well, no. Well, how about Michael Jordan then? You know?
oh yeah, I was gonna
like,
bring that one up of like
dude.
his shoes, his brand, like the fucking
Yeah, the Air
Jo-
Jordan
yeah,
brand.
Jordan, like made like more money than like anything like he's made like combined.
Yeah,
It's,
like in an
$1 billion.
NBA career.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan makes so much money just sleeping, selling these Jordans, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's a legacy brand. That's so wild to me. Like his name, his surname forever,
His silhouette.
himself, his silhouette is forever gonna go down in history.
Yeah.
MJ.
MJ.
He was like the branding king, like because he did a lot of like McDonald's too. He always
Gatorade.
The
yeah.
Wheaties.
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
Wheaties. He always did the Olympics, and he was just like he was essentially like the poster child for the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
Because I mean nowadays like bro, I wouldn't. I personally would not wear like a lot of the KD shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't wear a lot of the Paul Georges. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't even like. I like Steph Curry, but I don't really like care for basketball shoes that
You
much.
love that Under Armour?
But Jordans is like so iconic because, dude, I would wear Jordans. Like Jordans
Yeah,
are dope.
I mean, it's like solidified itself in like the culture and that whole thing.
There's at least one Jordan in that 30-some he's made that you would rock. You know, like I can name one Jordan at least that I would rock every day, and that's Jordan 1.
Ones.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. The ones, the 11s are cool.
4s are a little chunky, but they're cool. There's a lot of cool Jordans.
Are the 4s or is it the 4s or the 5s that were based off the Spizikes? The Spizikes based off of.
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one with Mars Blackman on it.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I'd go with the Space Jams. Are those a brand? No, I'm a poser when it comes to Jordan.
Yeah, the 11 Space Jams, right? The one with the blue on it.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Hey, yo, what you gonna do?
What's up? Dude, the beginning of Space Jam was the dopest intro.
It still gets you hyped up, huh? You're just
Yeah.
like, come on and slam.
Yeah, exactly. But do you remember the movie, right?
I remember, yeah, but most of it.
Yeah, my favorite line in that entire movie, and I will say this till the day I die, when that one dude is digging a hole at the golf club, and then he's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm fixing a divot." He's fixing a divot. You guys remember that?
That's your favorite
What do
line?
you think so?
When
Is
he's
that,
trying
is
to
that
do-
where all the cartoons come out?
He's like
Yeah,
trying
well,
to
he's
go
trying
down,
to, yeah,
dig
because he
down.
saw Michael Jordan get sucked into the golf hole, and then he's like, where the hell did he go? So he started digging at that golf hole, and he just dug a big ass crater.
That's your favorite line from the movie.
Yeah.
He's fixing a divot. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say it right now. Space Jam 2 when it comes out, if and when it comes out, it's not gonna be as good. I'm just gonna say it. It's not a controversial thought,
I
but
feel like it's not gonna be a heater.
I don't know. You never know if they suddenly hire like Steven Spielberg or James Cameron. That's gonna be like the banger movie of the year.
It's gonna be hella explosions.
I mean, like
Michael Bay.
I feel like you have to make it like campy and like cheesy though. You can't take yourself serious type of thing. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're probably not gonna have actual like MJ in it. It's gonna be mostly like LeBron. I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, probably LeBron. Or who's the MVP last year?
Giannis, who's gonna be on the
Actually,
Warriors.
Giannis.
That's
Putting that in the universe.
Yeah, they said the same thing about Anthony Davis too. And what happened there?
But then he went
Damn.
But Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, that guy's tight though.
He's cool.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
He's a pretty darn good basketball player.
Yeah, I want his jersey. I want if he should stay on the
Antetokounmpo
Bucks,
in the
but
back.
you know,
He should go to Warriors.
Yeah, when it comes to Warriors, are you gonna get that jersey in the back?
John and I sent John a picture the other day of us on the court at
Oh, yeah.
Oracle. We gotta retake that picture. That'd be dope.
We go back. We're gonna do it at Chase Center.
Oh,
when
sick.
the Warriors get good again.
No, yeah, only when they get good.
Maybe at the end of this one, so when it gets expensive again.
okay,
Yeah.
well, just hit me up so I could buy the ticket, the seats right next to you guys, so I could take the photo for you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
I'll be more
I think
than
we
happy
asked
to
like
do that.
security last time, right? We
Yeah.
asked like those,
And we're like,
those
is
ushers.
it cool for us? Because we were like on the floor before they started practicing or anything, obviously. But like we got their pictures, pretty cool.
You saw Usher
Yeah.
Raymond?
We saw Usher. He was doing some glides on the court.
They played the Miami Heat that day, and then like Dwayne Wade was like on the side, like when it's like full like suit and stuff.
Yeah, we're like close.
We're pretty close.
Yeah,
not
we're
to
really
him, but
close.
like we're close to the court. Like,
Well, my
Florida
uncle
Bowl.
has super crazy season tickets. Not at the
Bowl.
Chase Center anymore, but at Oracle.
Oracle. Shout out
Yeah.
Oracle.
Shout out Oracle.
Damn,
Any last words? I'm getting some calls from people.
Yeah,
My
absolutely.
brother.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to ask John. I mean, what is the conclusion, man? What you learned today?
What I learned today.
Anything that you've taken from today?
What I took from today is shout out to Psycho Donuts and stuff. Thank you for the.
Don't shout them out, bro.
Oh man, shout out. Okay, sorry.
Like I said, unless Psycho Donuts wants to run us a check, man.
We ain't shouting you out.
Yeah.
I guess my takeaway thing is just like kind of like reflecting on life and stuff, and just like kind of reassessing what it is to be successful, and like hanging out with friends and stuff. It's a pretty big deal in my
I feel it, man. That's
Yeah.
great.
If you enjoyed that episode, we would appreciate it so much if you would hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, like and comment down below. But if you are listening to on any of those streaming platforms like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we would love it if you can give us a 5-star review and rating. See you next time.